Hi everybody, this is Greg Gilpin, and I am going to give you some ideas about remote teaching. I've had a lot of teachers email me going, I need ideas to remote teach. I think a great place to begin is just with the basics. And when I go out and conduct and work with different choirs of all abilities and different sizes, I realize a lot of them don't breathe properly. They don't get enough air. So I would like to talk to you quickly and give you some ideas basically about breathing. That is basically the biggest issue. So first of all, where does the air have to go? So we have to make a space for the air. And the air is going to go in our lungs, obviously, but you have to make space in your lungs for the air, beginning with posture. You know, a lot of kids are like this, a lot of us are like this, we stand like this. You gotta learn to get the shoulders back, okay? Already you're creating more space, all right? Put some arms up in the air. Do any kind of stretching that will help you get some space, all right? Anything, once your shoulders are back, put your arms up in the air and keep your shoulders back and bring it down. Does that make sense? All right, lots of space, lots of breathing, lots of space for air. One of the exercises I've learned came from Jake Nargarud in his book, The Resident Male Singer. And this book, which is from Shawnee Press, it's great. And one of them, he does a big sun breath where you open your arms up as you inhale and then you let it out. Now, I've added that. I mean, basically take a big breath all the way down to here, feel it all the way down there, and then it comes out. But I've added a little bit to that. So when you take your breath in, you breathe in, fill it up, then come together with your hands like a yoga pose, and you're gonna bring this down with a hiss. As you're bringing it down and you're hissing and letting the air out, you're pushing your hands together to give that support. All right, and you come all the way down until you release all the air. Let's do that. Breathe in. Okay, you should feel lots of air coming in. Another idea is to put a mint in your mouth. You could do this with individual singers. Put a mint in your mouth. Take it in there for a little bit to where you get a bit of it melted. Take it out. And then when you breathe in, you feel the air go to the back of your throat. And you feel that cool air going all the way in. That lets you know where the air is going. Great technique that I learned from Christy Elsner. Her wonderful book called Gadgets for Great Singing. That is one of the ideas she had, was using a mint. So I love that. Thank you, Christy, for that. Anyway, so while we're hissing, you can also add, I learned this from Valerie Mack, who is the writer of Icebreakers, and also her Putting the Show in Choir. These icebreaker books are fantastic. These would be fun things to do and ideas to do from those as well to remote teach. But while you're hissing, maybe you inhale. We're going to inhale. We put our hands together and we hiss and we go as long as we can go. Breathe in and pushing your hands together. The hiss is going to go as long as you can do it, tightening the belly, and then until you have no air out. Now you can do it as long as you can do it, get more air, see how long you can do it, and you're conserving that air with a little bit of a hiss. Now, Valerie, I love this, she suggests that you put a number of beats per part of the cycle of breathing. So the inhale, the setting, and then the exhale. So let's say we do 5 beats going in, 1 beat to set, and then 8 beats that will go out. We'll breathe, exhale. So we'll breathe in. I'm gonna count with my snaps, and then we set it. Here we go, and breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You set it, and then you let it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then your air is all the way out by 8. Okay, you shouldn't have any left. You have to be out by the time you reach the end of the beat. That's why we changed the number of beats. It changes all that. What if we did 8, 1, and 5? 8 in, 1 to hold, 5 to exhale. Here we go, and breathe in. And they're out at 5. Okay, let's do a quick breath. 2, but a long exhale. We'll do 12 of that tempo, same tempo. Ready? Breathe in. That's a long exhale, okay? So you have to control it, you have to conserve your air and get you all the way to B12. Now look at your music. I want you to mark the different places in the music where you have to breathe. And then you figure out how much time you have to breathe. Is it a beat? Is it 2 beats, half a beat, eighth of a beat? You gotta figure out how much breath time you have, okay? And then it depends on your tempo. Maybe you have a quick, maybe the tempo's 120 instead of 84. You need to practice doing your breathing exercises at that tempo, okay? The other thing to remember is when you do the intro. The introduction is so important to tank up, with all your fuel and your air. And so there's a moment, you've got maybe 8 measures that you can breathe in, breathe out, breathe in a little bit, breathe out, and then you take in your final breath before you enter. And a little tip, breathe in with the mouth of the first vowel you're going to sing. If it's an ah, then breathe in with an ah. And then you're ready for your first vowel, okay? Very important to have that big tank of air at the very beginning, okay? Otherwise, you're down here with air and you're always trying to get air all the way through the performance. Otherwise, here you will perform and you'll breathe and you'll sip a little bit and sip a little bit more, and you don't have to do all this big heavy breathing throughout the piece. Really, really, really important. All right, so breath is magic. Okay, this is a really great thing that you can practice on your own and with your teacher in a Zoom meeting or one-on-one. Now, what else? I want you to think about what other exercises can you do to help with your breath. Thanks.